Well, my next guest says Google Buzz has some big business implications, potentially yielding more advertising opportunities. Jeff Jarvis is the author of What Would Google Do? And he joins me now via Skype from his home in New Jersey. Jeff, great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Okay, so, the initial reaction that you had when Google announced yesterday the Buzz, you said you were trying to get your head around it, exactly what the implications would be. You've had a day later to look at this. What's your take?
Well, I think that Google has not won three major wars online for the live web and the local web and the social web. And I see Buzz fighting on all those battlefields. Marissa Mayer, the head of search and user interface at Google, has talked about moving from a content-based web to a hyper-personal news stream where algorithms will help us prioritize all this stuff that floods in upon us. Buzz starts to do that. I think that Google's has a very high priority for local, and it's going to end up annotating the world. Every comment we make about a restaurant will now be findable in maps, and there's huge advertising opportunities at local for that. Google wasn't very good at live. Twitter kind of snuck up on them, and because Google's content has to ferment like cheese for it to understand the value, now Buzz really brings a live aspect into here. So it's Google trying to expand into areas where it wasn't necessarily doing well.
Now, it's early on, though, Jeff. What tells you that this could be a success where other attempts for Google to get into live or to get into social have not worked?
Right, there's no telling at all. It's a little bit complicated, Buzz. We'll have to see what works. It works with our Gmail. It's pushing us to do that, use our profile pages and things that a lot of us don't use. But I think that one underestimates Google at one's peril. And it also says that we're in a highly, highly competitive landscape here, whether it's social or live or telephones or devices. Google, Microsoft, Apple, all these companies are, Amazon are at each of those necks, and I think it'll be good for us in the end. We'll see more innovation here.
Now, Jeff, I'm a Gmail user, and looking at this, what about privacy concerns? What if you don't want to be a part of all of this?
Then don't post. And then every single time you do post, you can say whether you want it to be public to the world or whether you want it to just go to your friends. So in that sense, it moves a bit past Twitter to the ability for you to control your groups more. Facebook has some of those controls as well, but it's pretty complicated. This is pretty straightforward in the demonstration, at least, that you can publish to everyone or you can just publish to a small group.
Okay, Jeff, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you so much for joining us. Jeff Jarvis, the author of What Would Google Do?